Hello everybody and welcome back to another video and to another episode of Ty's Cars Book Club, the series where we take a look at Cars books. And today I am very excited because we're going to be reading one of the most iconic Cars books out there. This is Mater and the Easter Buggy. Originally released in 2012, this book is pretty well known all throughout the Cars fan base because it's one of very few books that we get diecasts based on. All of the Cars Easter diecasts we've gotten over the years in 2017, 2021, now these past 2 years in 2024 and 25 have been based off of this book right here, Mater and the Easter Buggy, all about Mater and his pursuits with the Easter Buggy, the Cars universe equivalent of the Easter Bunny. I am so excited to take a look at this because I've had the Easter cars for years. I got the Easter McQueen and the Easter Buggy back in 2021 when they came out, and I got all the other Easter cars when they were re-released last year alongside that new Easter Flow, but I've never actually seen the book. I've never seen the story and what happens in it myself, so I'm very excited to take a look at this book and read through it with you guys. I picked this up last June, or maybe even last May, at a flea market / yard sale thing that I went to. I did a haul video back when that happened. I believe I found 2 Cars books that day. Alongside Guido with Cloth, who I still haven't reviewed for the record. And I have been holding off on reading Mater and the Easter Buggy until now, since, of course, tomorrow is Easter at the time of recording, at the time of the upload of this video. I've been waiting almost all year, almost an entire year, to take a look at this book with you guys. I know when I got it, I opened it up and flipped through it, but I haven't read any of it, so I'm very excited to do that. On the cover, we of course have Mater, painted with Easter eggs on him. Again, if you're a fan of the diecast line, if you're a collector, you've no doubt seen this Mater before. The Easter Buggy, an original character here from this book, looking hilarious. I love that design. Mater and the Easter Buggy. Mater, of course, has his Easter tire as well. And again, if you know the Easter diecasts, then you'll know that when they first made Easter diecasts back in 2017, they all came packed with tire-themed Easter baskets. Again, all I know pretty much is what the diecast line did regarding this book, so I'm excited to take a look at it further. This is a pretty big book compared to what we usually read, so I'm going to have to do a bit more camera work than usual. On the opening pages here, we have just some typical sort of radiator springs, signs. Well, these are just kind of regular street signs. We got the interstate sign, Route 66. Even the exit for Truckville, which is such a funny name for a location. Historic Route 66. And of course, the Easter Buggy is hiding behind some of these, as he's known to do. Here, we've got the dedication. This is written by Kirsten Larson with art by the Disney storybook artists. Okay, I guess they didn't credit them individually, which is kind of a shame, but oh well. A lot of the artwork is pretty much based on renders. This is pretty much an airbrush and a redo of Mater's Cars 2 render. So yeah, we've got Mater here with his big old tow cable, with his basket labeled "Fill her up," with the Easter Buggy watching with his hot plate tires. This is going to be a pretty fun one to take a look at. Oh, look at that! Man, the artwork here is so nice. I think I'm going to have to take the camera off the tripod for a lot of this. Easter was just one day away, and the cars in Radiator Springs were revving up for fun. Get it? That's a car pun. Do you get the pun? As Lightning McQueen drove down Main Street, he saw his friends getting ready for the holiday. We got Luigi and Guido here with a big stack of painted tires. Lizzie McQueen, who of course is in the Hudson Hornet piston cup design. I'm sorry, I had a bunch of cars on the shelf here. I moved them out of the way, but I just dropped Lizzie, if you heard a car fall. Sorry, Lizzie. You know what? I'm going to be nice. Just for the rest of this video, you could sit right up here and you can watch. Okay. McQueen, of course, is in his Hudson Hornet piston cup design, which is basically our only way to place when this book takes place. Since he's using this paint job, we could assume it's before the events of Cars 2. That's kind of what people have unanimously decided on. We have Flo, of course, Easter Flo and Ramon both got their own diecasts based on these designs, but unfortunately, it looks like none of the other cars have their own designs that they could do. Lizzie looks the same, Luigi and Guido look the same. Maybe you could do like a fun Easter Luigi and Guido with the the painted tires or something like that. I just remember when I first got this book last year, I flipped through it because I wanted to see what other Easter die-casts they can make, and I realized that they made pretty much all the cars with Easter designs in this book. And we don't have many left, unfortunately. It's not like Mater Saves Christmas, or the whole cast was given design overhauls. It was just a couple characters. Yeah, look, see, you can see the whole town here. None of them really have new designs, which is strange, because it did leak at one point that we were planning to get an Easter Fillmore. Anyway, let's see. Red, the fire truck, was planting tail light tulip bulbs. Oh. I love him planting his flowers in the desert. It's adorable. Flo, the 1950 show car, was showing off her fancy new Easter colors. Yep, we got the pink, just like on the die-cast. Is the pink in the same places? Yep. Good job, Mattel. You made the car accurate to the book. You did what you were supposed to do. And she's looking off to the side, actually, which the die-cast also was. I wonder if they based her expression off of this specific illustration, I wonder, because... yeah, the Easter Flo is looking off to the side. Maybe it's based on that. We also have Mia and Ortia in her waitress getup without the tray, which is nice. I guess she's not on the clock right now. Lizzie, the Model T, was having a spring sale. Spring sale. See what they did there? It's a pun, right, Lizzie? She's agreeing. Ignore my hand. She moved on her own. Oh, look at all the springs she's selling. That's great. Genuine radiator springs. It's springtime. Assorted springs. So many springs. Just springs all over the place. Fillmore probably has my favorite part here. I mean, I love all the artwork here. It's absolutely adorable. I love seeing what's going on. I love the decorations and stuff. I forgot to mention Ramon's has a little Happy Easter painted hood up. A welcome when he's working on there. And Fillmore has painted his organic fuel cans to have little Easter-themed drawings. That one is basically just like, that's what Captain Marvel wears. That one is an Easter egg theme, that one's spring themed, that one's Easter Buggy themed. I love it. Fillmore the van was decorating oil cans for the town's annual Easter can hunt. Oh, they have cans instead of eggs. Okay. I got McQueen and Mater in this beautiful 2-page spread. Look at that. But no one was more excited about Easter than Mater the tow truck. I love how they give you basic descriptions of all the Cars characters. We've read a lot of books in this series so far, and this one is easily the, I think the most, like, I think this one is accessible to the youngest audience out of everything we've read. I know we've mainly done comics, which tend to skew a little older in terms of writing, since it is, like, primarily dialogue and all that. And we also read that book with McQueen and Francesco last summer, but I think in terms of how this one is written, it definitely skews the youngest, which is good. Cars is a kids franchise, you know, an all ages franchise, if you want to put it that way. And having this book be easily accessible for kids, always good. Obviously, it's a kid's book at the end of the day. It's funny to see the characters described in very basic ways, but again, could be helpful for a kid who might not recognize all the characters all that firmly, right? No one was more excited for Easter than Mater the tow truck. I can't wait for the Easter buggy, he told Lightning. Lightning just smiled. He didn't believe in the Easter buggy. Oh no! Oh no! No, not the, no! McQueen. This is did we steal the plot of Christmas Chaos from this book without even realizing it? Uh-oh. Yeah, I really like that even Mater's decorated here. Look, he's got purple wheels, or I guess a purple wheel, and a little ribbon on his tow hook up there. And Mater's Easter tire. Fill her up. I'm gonna stay up all night, Mater said. No one's ever seen the Easter buggy, Lightning reminded him. I know it, Mater said. That's why I have a plan. Oh, he painted everything. I love it. Welcome, Easter buggy. Wow. All right. Look at this art. This is the art that's on the back cover. Oh, no, it's not. Wait a minute. Okay, so they edited this to be more Easter themed. They gave McQueen the ears. Lightning realized his friend was serious. But what if the Easter buggy doesn't show up, he said. Then I'll make him show up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kidnap him. Okay. Of course he'll come. Mater said with a laugh. It's Easter, ain't it? Now, excuse me, buddy. I gotta finish getting ready. This is gonna be the best Easter ever. I love the artwork on this page. That's a really good-looking McQueen. They even have a reflection. They even have a reflection of his eyes and eyebrows, which I guess looks a little off, especially if I were to do this. But it's nice to see. I also love the fact that Mater shoved an entire can, like a giant barrel, on the side of his house, and somehow the little shack he lives in is staying up. Wow, look at this. Yeah, a lot of these are just really, really on model. Really nice artwork. Look at this page of McQueen and Fillmore. Looks like it's pulled right out of one of the movies. Beautifully painted and stylized to make it fit within the art style there. Lightning knew he had to do something. If the Easter Buggy didn't show up, Mater would be so disappointed. On today's edition of Lightning McQueen Treats His Best Friend Like a Child. Just saying. This is pre-Cars 2. So he doesn't really have that level of maturity with his relationship with Mater yet. But that doesn't really matter. They tell the story no matter where in the timeline it was. Because there are a lot of times where McQueen kind of treats Mater in this sort of childish way. Mater's really kind of personified as a very childish character. Anyway, Lightning raced to Fillmore's. "Can I have a few of those Easter cans?" he asked. "Help yourself, man," said Fillmore. I like how miscellaneous words. Some quotes are colorful and others aren't. I don't really know which ones are why some are picked to be colorful and why others aren't. I really love all the colorful decorations here, though. Easter cans, look at that great tie-dye. That must have been such a pain to paint for the people making the look. Now he's going to Lizzie's, okay. Next, Lightning stopped at the curio shop. "Lizzie, I need the best springs you got." "Anything for you, good looking," said Lizzie. Wow, this really is Christmas chaos. Lizzie hitting on McQueen was not something I was expecting to find in Mater and the Easter Buggy. So then he goes to Flo. Wow, Flo looks really good. Then Lightning went to Flo's Cafe. "I'll take a dozen lug nuts, please," he told Flo, "and throw in a quart of coolant." "What are you doing with all those treats?" Flo asked Lightning. "It's just a little Easter surprise," Lightning asked. Look at that. All right, guys, it's time to test it. Is this actually a dozen lug nuts? Are there 12 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes! Guys, I'm not used to reviewing books that are this good. A lot of the things we read here have weird little errors and issues with them, or weird dialogue, strange things. This book is pretty great on all fronts. Story is fun and simple and works. Dialogue is in character. The characters all look really, really good. There's nothing for me to joke about here. Okay. Look, they even have Mater accurately drooling oil. This is really good. Last of all, Lightning picked up some headlamps for an Easter Buggy disguise and headed back to Mater's tow yard. Oh, his ears are supposed to be headlamps? I guess that makes sense. I guess that... Okay. Now we'll just wait until Mater falls asleep. Lightning hid behind a nearby fence. He waited. Okay, there. That's what I get. McQueen just patiently waiting while Mater's like, Look at him staring. And waited. And waited. Ooh, now okay, alright, this art's pretty funny. Look at that. But it's not bad. Like, it's all still good. It's just intentionally silly. Okay. Now Mater's asleep. At last, Mater's eyes closed. "Time for action," Lightning said. His plan was to fill his friend's Easter tire. Looks like McQueen's about to roll over some sort of booby trap. Wait, did Mater actually set up a contraption to catch the Easter Bunny? Is that what we're going to find out? When Mater woke up, he'd think the Easter Buggy had come. But Lightning didn't look where he was going. Suddenly, oh yeah! Lightning had rolled over an alarm Mater had set up. "He's here!" cried Mater, waking up. "Oh my God, Mater, this is torturous, man. You can't do this. I don't even think this is illegal." This needs to be the thumbnail picture. Mater, look at the juxtaposition. Look at Mater on this page and McQueen on the. Look at the duality of man here. Inside you there are two wolves. Lightning, Mater said. Did you see him? See who? Asked Lightning. The Easter Buggy, Mater exclaimed. Mater checked his Easter tire. Nothing yet, he said. But he set off the alarm. He must be around here somewhere. Poor guy has no idea. Should we tell him? Lightning had to think fast. I'll bet he's stopping by Luigi's, he said. Why don't you catch him over there? Good thinking, buddy, Mater replied as he sped off towards Luigi's tire shop. McQueen's kind of being a jerk right now. I'm just saying, like, if the Easter Buggy is real and does really show up, and considering he's on the cover and has gotten a diecast on 4 separate occasions, something tells me he is real. Like what if he is real, man? What if he is real and Mater misses it? What's McQueen gonna do if he sees the Easter Buggy and Mater doesn't because he told Mater to go to Luigi's to try to distract him? Like just saying. Just throwing that one out there. Lightning followed quietly behind. Good old Mater, he chuckled to himself. What an absolute idiot. Look at him down there, smelling the tire basket. Uh-huh. I know he's probably asleep again. It just really looks like he's sniffing that. Luigi's giant Easter tire sale! I should have known he'd set a booby trap for the Easter Buggy. That's what I said. Mater pulled up in front of Luigi's Costadella tires and sat down his Easter tire. Lightning hid and waited for Mater to fall asleep again. Is this just going to keep happening? Soon he heard Mater's snores. Lightning tried to sneak over to fill Mater's Easter tire, but he bumped into a stack of tires. No, Lightning, get out of the way! Oh no! Oh, and Mater's awake again. What a mess! What do you think, Lizzie? Lizzie's like, get me out of this video. Get me out of here, please. I'm stuck next to Jodon Jackson. Jodon Jackson sucks. Crash! The tower of tires tumbled. Say that 10 times fast. Down around Lightning and Mater. The Easter Buggy's here! Mater shouted. Yeah, this is gonna keep happening. Classic formulaic kid stories. It's so interesting, isn't it? How often kids' stories really deal with repetition in this way. It must be good from like an educational purpose. It must be very engaging to be a young kid and to see the same thing kind of happen on several occasions, because you see it all the time in kids' stories. I should ask my mom. She's a first grade teacher. Dadgum, Mater said to Lightning. We missed him again. Where do you think he'll go next? Or what about Ramon's? Lightning suggested. How convenient. Have the ears been knocked off both times? How incredibly convenient. Yeah, okay. That's it, cried Mater. We're hot on his trail now. I know what happens at Ramon's. They made a diecast out of it. Together, they drove to Ramon's house of body art. We'll keep watch together this time, Mater said. It's really funny to see a whole book of McQueen and the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup design, isn't it? Yep, oh, there he goes. Whoa-oh. But as soon as he got inside Ramon's garage, looking insanely accurate to the interior we see in Cars 2, Mater fell asleep. Now's my chance, Lightning said to himself. He sneaked towards Mater's Easter tire. No Easter Buggy traps, no tower tires. Looks like the path is blam! Uh-oh, foiled again. Lightning's back end accidentally hit the shelves filled with paint. He was covered in bright Easter colors. I hate when my back end accidentally hits the shelves filled with paint and I get covered in bright Easter colors. This happens to me. Guys, this is a chronic issue in my life. Of course, this was the other diecast that they made. This always reminded me of Paint Splattered Thomas from that one. From, I think that was Calling All Engines, right? Look at that, Mater said, waking up. The Easter Buggy gave you a new paint job. It took me a very long time. I think it took until literally last year when I was looking all over the place for the Easter cars when we found the McQueen, and my dad was like, oh, he's painted like an Easter egg. And somehow I never realized that was what they were going for when all these colors end up on McQueen. Of course he's supposed to be painted like an Easter egg. Of course. Hey, I think I know where to find the Easter Buggy now, Mater told Lightning as they left Ramon's. You do? Lightning asked worriedly. His paint somehow magically dried. Yep, the sun's almost up. He must be on his way out of town, said Mater. me when... My face when Hold on, I need a punchline. Shoot. My face, laugh! My face when all the Easter cars are sent to TJ Maxx instead of Target. Got it. That's what happened with the Easter cars last year. That didn't happen this year, but last year that's what happened. Got it. Yes, I did have to break filming just to come up with a punchline, guys. I can't do all this on the spot. If you couldn't already tell. So Lightning and Mater drove to the end of the paved road. "We won't miss him this time," Mater said. As soon as Mater falls asleep again, I'll fill his Easter tire, Lightning thought. Oh no! But by then, Lightning was very tired. Before long, he fell asleep. Mater with the drool again. Guys, you know what I think is going to happen? I think Santa Claus is going to show up. Oh, never mind. Leaving so soon. I love that they're by the leaving so soon sign. Anytime we see the leaving so soon sign, I find it very funny. Because it's such a good visual gag in the first movie that McQueen tries to escape on the first day and the sign immediately says leaving so soon. But it's like, it's not just a visual gag. It has to exist as an actual part of Radiator Springs. So I find it so funny whenever we see it. Anyway, they're asleep. And they slept right through the night. Aww. I like that they don't see him. I didn't know that they didn't. I thought they met him or something. "Wake up, Lightning!" Mater shouted. "The Easter Buggy was here." Do you guys ever realize that there are 2 holes in the back of my shelf? Like screw holes, but there's nothing to be screwed into? There's nothing to attach them to. Down here. Why are those there? Why have I never filled them in some way? I'm sorry. We were filming like this, and that was starting to get really distracting. "Wake up, Lightning!" Mater shouted. "The Easter Buggy was here!" Aww. And look, the Easter Buggy gave McQueen his own basket, even though he didn't have one. How nice. Look at that. Aw. I love all the miscellaneous junk that's in here. Like, they're not useful. Well, I guess they are car parts. You know, in real life, you get, like, chocolates and stuff. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. There are eggs in here. There are eggs. I thought the whole point was that there are not eggs, and so they're painting other things, because cars, but they just fully have eggs. What in the Cars universe lays eggs? I really like this flower that looks like it's made from Cars parts. Very in universe, where a lot of the flowers in the Cars series are made to kind of look like car parts. I love this oil can. Or I guess it's a muffler or something that just has a ribbon on it. Oh no, Lightning groaned. He hadn't ever had a chance to fill Mater's Easter tire. But to Lightning's amazement, Mater's tire was full of treats. "Look," Mater said. "He gave you a paint job and a bunch of goodies. He's the best." Oh, look at them all up. Aw. Sally cameo. Is this Sally's first appearance in the book? Oh, I love this page. Oh, this looks so good. Ramon's barely in this book for having gotten a diecast based on it. That wasn't all. The Easter Buggy had left something for every car in Radiator Springs. "That's a beautiful sight, man," said Fillmore. "What a great Easter," Flo agreed. "Sarge isn't here. But Fillmore is." Yeah, this is just all the cars we've already seen in the book. Plus Sally. Oh, this is very sweet. I really like this. You know, come to think of it, the Easter Buggy isn't in the book much either. But Ramon, like, this is really the only clear shot of Ramon, right? There was also a page very early on that showed him, but there's not, like, I thought maybe he'd be shown here. No. Oh, okay. Very little screen time, or I guess page time for Ramon, because when they go to Ramon's, Ramon isn't in there. Interesting. Well, it was a new Ramon paint job, and it's one I'm very happy they got a diecast for, especially now that I know it's really barely in the book. It's nice to see that they still did it. Now, is this the end? Yes, looks like this is the end here. I still can't figure out who filled everybody's Easter tire," Lightning said. "It was the Easter Buggy," Mater replied. "That's what I keep telling you." "Well, Mater," said Lightning, "maybe you're right. Maybe. I know I'm right." Yes, I'd like to file a restraining order against the Easter Buggy. "Happy Easter, Mater," said Lightning. "Happy Easter, buddy," said Mater. Wow. Guys, I think we should all go to the Glen Rio Motel. I hear they have vacancy there. And there you have it, guys. That is the end of Mater and the Easter Buggy. This book is adorable. This book is just really sweet and wholesome and cute, and I quite like it. It's not deep or complex or anything. It's not a big story. It's not as big a story as some of the other books you've taken a look at in this series. And for something we've gotten several diecasts based on, it is incredibly simplistic. Of course, I think the reason why we have diecasts based on this is simply because they wanted to make Easter cars, and then, you know, there's already a Cars Easter project out there, so they based it off of that. But honestly, I think in terms of sheer quality, writing quality, art quality, this is up there with the best things we've read in Ty's Cars Book Club. It is very, very well made. The artwork is beautiful. The story is simple and fun and cute. I'm honestly surprised at how little a lot of the diecasts we got from it showed up. The Easter Buggy and Ramon are really barely in the book, but I'm very happy that I took a look at it because it is a very cute little story, and I'm happy to have it and to read it for you guys. Does Mater? Yeah, Mater does have the Easter design all throughout the book. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Mater and the Easter Buggy. Tune in next time for Ty's Cars Book Club, where we return to the Finn McMissile Cars 2 novel, Fueled for Adventure. Hope you guys have a great Easter if you do celebrate it. We'll see you guys soon. See you guys next time. Bye now.